Good evening. We begin tonight with team coverage of the storms that rocked parts of the mid-state and southern Kentucky. We've found some of the worst flooding damage in Portland. And then in Graves County, Kentucky, a little farther to the north and west, confirmation now, an EF2 tornado ripped through the area. And in Trousdale County, flooding and water rescues after heavy rain hit there. We begin tonight in Sumner County. Our Shannon Royster has more on how crews were called in for more than a dozen water rescues. Shannon?
Somewhere around 3:15, we started getting calls of flash flooding and people trapped in homes.
Two of those rescued were babies. Thankfully, they made it safely into the arms of a loved one.
The big problem is that we've had reports of over 7 inches of rain up in the Portland area.
Floodwater swelled rivers, made roads impassable, and shut down businesses.
This is generally where we build our cabinets, but today we're going to take a day or two off, looks like.
Jerry Brown builds cabinets for a living.
Had to get everything up off the floor and try to salvage what we can.
And this isn't the first time he's had to do this.
We've been living here for 40 years, and we've always had the problem. It's just keeps getting worse.
Unfortunately, he'll just have to wait it out again. That's exactly what authorities recommend when it comes to flooding.
If they can shelter in place, we're asking them to shelter in place, just stay there. Don't take any chances on getting out and just let the water go down.
That's Shannon Royster reporting. Now, those strong storms have devastated homes and businesses in Kentucky. This is Sky 5 video from this morning showing the damage that a tornado caused in Mayfield, Kentucky. The EF2 left miles of damage in its path. Our Cuthbert Langley is live there. And Cuthbert, a lot of people lost their homes and businesses to the storm. What's going on now?
Vicki, what we know right now is about 10 families are displaced, and you can hear it and you can see it. The cleanup effort behind me has been going on now all day long. This is what remains of a used car dealership. This storm not only reshaped this neighborhood, but the attitudes of those who live here.
You don't really ever know what it's like till it does happen to you, you know, and then you don't forget it.
This is a day Marty Winfrey will never be able to erase from his mind.
That straight back over there is where I've seen all the debris flying.
That debris was from an EF2 tornado barreling its way towards Marty's home. No time to think, nowhere to hide.
I was running down that road and I thought, I'm not going to make it. You know, it's going to catch me because it was coming across here fast.
He found the closest and strongest thing he could hold on to.
Oh yeah, I was hugging it for life, but I was scared.
A tree directly in the path of the storm.
All of a sudden it turned and just shot over that way.
That way was his home. The tornado picked it up like a toy, tossing it and everything else across the street.
It's kind of hard, you know, to look what you went into the night before and laid down in your bed and slept in and come up here and seen it all gone.
As the ruthless reality of what happened set in, the cleanup began. Accompanying the chorus of chainsaws in Mayfield were the sounds of something else.
Now it's just time to give back and do what you can.
Steve Thompson,
my steak burger,
cooking up free meals for the neighbors.
My neighbors, you know, experienced a terrible thing, and I just want to give a little bit back.
There's no question how strong the storm was.
Well, everybody got to come out of winter. This stuff right here, we can clean it up and rebuild it.
But even more powerful today was this small city's resilience. So right now, cleanup efforts like this one are going to take days. Folks are urged to stay away from this area. Police will be stepping up security. 8 people were hurt in this storm, but remarkably, none of those injuries are considered to be serious. We're live in Mayfield, Kentucky. Tonight, Cuthbert Langley, News Channel 5.
Incredible scenes, Cuthbert, thanks. Flooding caused problems for people in Trousdale County as well. The high waters could be seen throughout the area. Trousdale High School took a big hit. The sports fields at the school were underwater today. Baseball coach and teacher Davey Cothran sent us some pictures of the flood eventually, and these are scenes from Sky 5. Excuse me. Eventually, the water subsided, leaving behind tires, snakes, and large logs littered on the bleachers.
Had about 5 inches in an hour between 3 and 4 a.m. and a flood that probably reached its max at about 6 feet in the dugout.
Cothran says the locker room will have to be gutted, and they're still analyzing damage to the baseball, softball, and football fields.